Parents who smoke or vape while their kids are in the car with them now face a possible $100 fine.
Drier weather on its way to East Alabama for the next 2 to 3 days. We'll have the complete forecast coming up.
The Spring Garden Panthers have their new head football coach. We'll tell you who it is coming up in sports. EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit any of our locations in Oxford, Jacksonville, Talladega, and Roanoke.
Good evening and thank you for watching East Alabama Now Local News for Monday, July 10th, 2023. I'm Katie Edwards.
And I'm Mike Stedham.
Starting this month, Alabama drivers are not allowed to smoke or vape in their car when children are present. The state legislature passed a new law this spring making it illegal to smoke a tobacco product or vape in an enclosed motor vehicle when a child 14 years of age or younger is present. The law applies to all motor vehicles and whether it is in motion or at rest, or whether the windows are open or closed. The fine for breaking this new law can be up to $100 per violation, but police may investigate the case only if they have already stopped a vehicle for another suspected violation. By the way, Alabama already has a law making it illegal to smoke marijuana around children. That's considered child endangerment and it's a felony.
Before you hit the road in Alabama, you need to make sure that you put down that cell phone. A new state law prohibits holding a cell phone while driving, including while you're on a phone call. Governor Kay Ivey signed the bill into law last month, and it took effect immediately. Republican State Representative Randy Wood of Sacs worked closely with Republican Senator Jabbo Wagner from Jefferson County to create and pass this bill to keep Alabama drivers safe.
Look at it like this. If it saves one life, everything's worthwhile. But yes, it'll definitely save a life, because when you get back in your vehicle, you just go down the road and you pay attention to people that's talking on the phone with it on their shoulder and up to their ear. I mean, Bluetooth is okay, but you just can't do it with your hands on it and pay attention to driving also.
Right now, holding a cell phone while driving is a secondary violation. That means police can't stop you for just being on the phone. However, officers can stop you for a traffic violation and then charge you for using that phone. The first violation will result in a $50 fine. The fine increases for multiple violations and could impact your driving record. The plan is to strengthen the bill over the next year or two and then present it for another vote.
When we return, we'll tell you about some improvements in downtown Anniston.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waltrip Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
The city of Anniston has reopened a busy intersection after completing crosswalk improvements in the area. People were asked to stay away from the intersection of 11th and Noble Streets while the improvements were underway. That project was originally set to be completed by July 3rd, but some delays caused the intersection to remain closed a little longer.
We'll tell you about a possible addition to the police force in Jacksonville after a message from one of our sponsors.
Well, my name's Mike Craven, and we recently purchased an open carport, metal carport from Waltrip Manufacturing. I have an extra car. We have a very small home, very small driveway, and I needed somewhere just to park another vehicle, just out of the weather. And I had been told by 2 or 3 friends that knew we had recently remodeled a home that Waltrips were the people that you need to go talk to. I was in that area one day and I thought, hey, I'll just stop in, and I did without calling, and greeted warmly, well taken care of. It was just, really the whole process was just good from day one.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wadowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
The Jacksonville Police Department could soon have an additional police officer on its force. According to the mayor's office, the police department has requested to add an officer to its investigative department. We should know the council's decision by Tuesday morning, and we will share that information with you on our next newscast.
What a cool morning it was. Did you notice it really was for the middle of July.
Yes.
When you think it's going to be oppressive heat, it was actually quite cool this morning.
It was wonderful.
So let's ask John Holder. Keep our fingers crossed. He's in the Weather Center waiting for us. And the question of the day, how much longer will we have these nice cool mornings?
Well, Mike and Katie, in East Alabama in the middle of July, you can't expect any kind of cool weather to last for very long. Temperatures are going to be heating up as we move through the week. We'll have the complete forecast details next.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
Temperatures today across East Alabama actually a little bit below average for this time of year. 86 for the high today after a morning low of 68. You can see both of those are a little bit below the average for this time of year. Our record high temperature 100 back during that classic heat wave of 1980. The record low at 53. And we're starting to lose a couple of moments of daylight every day now. The sun rising tomorrow morning at 5:42 and the sunset tonight at 7:56. Weather on your street tonight. We're going to take out to Post Oak Road in Alexandria. Just a slight chance of a shower. When we say slight, we're talking 20% or less tonight. 67 for the low overnight. I just don't think most folks out in Alexandria or anywhere else across Calhoun and Cleburne counties are going to see much of anything as far as shower and thunderstorm activity this evening. Coming up on your Tuesday, a dry day. We're going to take rain completely out of the forecast on Tuesday. 89 for the high. Saddle Club Road at West Point. That's out Alabama Highway 204, just west of Jacksonville, around the Saddle Club out there. If you're out in that area or anywhere across East Alabama, it is going to be dry tomorrow. It's been the first time we've been able to promise you a dry day in about 2 weeks. The rest of the week, though, temperatures are going to be heating up. We're looking at Berkshire Drive in Golden Springs, drier and hotter. That's going to be the theme. Temperatures are going to rebound by Wednesday back into the 90s, and we're going to stay there for the rest of the work week and into the weekend as well. Out in Golden Springs, get ready for some dry and hot weather with the return of those late afternoon and early evening scattered showers and thunderstorms with the heating of the day. Why do we have a dry day coming up? Why is it going to only be a 20% chance of rain on Wednesday? We'll tell you that coming up in just a moment. But basically just 90s across the board here. But you're going to see an increase in the shower and thunderstorm activity each and every day. Temperatures increasing, shower and thunderstorm activity increasing. We go from 20% Wednesday to 40% on Thursday, 50 on Friday, 60 for the weekend. We're going to be looking at, again, low 90s. We're going to have to talk about the dew point values as well coming up, and that means heat index. That will be in play as we get into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Looks like on those days, with temperatures getting back into the low 90s, we're going to be dealing with heat index values around 105. I think this map does a good job of explaining why we're going to see mostly dry weather for about the next 48 to 72 hours across East Alabama. That's because we have two areas of high pressure that are dominating things here for the most part in the southeast. Now, we've still got some rain showers down the Gulf Coast. If you're going to the beach, to South Alabama, North Florida, you still have some basically some wet weather down that way, but here we are totally dry. That's because an area of high pressure centered over Little Rock, Arkansas tomorrow, and then in southwestern Virginia, another ridge of high pressure, and that is keeping us dry in north and central Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, Kentucky, on up in the Ohio Valley, all the way over to the East Coast there. That H is going to keep the rain away for the next couple of days. Well, coming up next in sports, a new head football coach at Spring Garden High School for their football team. Chase Robinson has all the details right now. Chase?
Thanks, John. The Spring Garden Panthers have their new head football coach. Barrett Ragsdale has been promoted from defensive coordinator to head coach. Former head coach Jason Howard resigned 10 days ago to take an assistant coaching job in Georgia at Coosa High School. Ragsdale has been a part of the Spring Garden coaching staff for 12 seasons as defensive coordinator. In the last 7 seasons, the Panthers have had 6 10-win seasons and 5 straight region championships. Ragsdale also spent time as the head baseball coach at Spring Garden from 2016 to 2019 and finished with a 75-40 record and as Class 1A runner-up in 2018. Spring Garden will open up the season August 25th as they go on the road to Sand Rock. The Viper softball team will begin the second half of the summer season tonight as the Oklahoma City Spark come to Choccolocco Park for a 3-game series. One of the 2 wins for the Vipers this season came against the Spark back on June 28th. The Vipers pitcher Ashley Rogers is scheduled to be back in the circle for this series after rehabbing an injury since the college season ended. Rogers helped lead the Tennessee Volunteers to the Women's College World Series. She was the top pick for the Vipers in the draft. Saturday history was made as Anniston's first semi-pro basketball team had their first game, and they got the win. The Model City Ball Club beat the Augusta Generals 110-93. Shaky Wiggly finished the game with 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 blocks. The next game for the Model City Ball Club will be in Macon on Saturday, July 15th at 5 p.m. That's it for sports. Let's go back over to Mike and Katie.
Thank you for watching East Alabama Now Local News.
We're here online every weekday evening starting around 6:30 on either Facebook or YouTube. Just log into our video feed and watch the news whenever it's convenient for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and feel free to leave us a comment while you're there.
We'll see you back here Tuesday for your news on your schedule.